Welcome to the Do Zone, where real entrepreneurs share real strategies about getting things done. I'm your host, Josh Thomas. Tag me at JT Literally and let me know what you do in the Do Zone. Every week, I'll pick the best post to feature across all my social networks. This podcast is brought to you by Factor One. If you're a six-figure entrepreneur who's looking to hit 7 this year, there are 3 key shifts that you need to make right now in order for that to be possible. Go to IamFactor1.com now, and I'll show you exactly what those 3 key shifts are and how you can get them set up for your business in less than 6 minutes. Once again, that is IamFactor1.com. Today's guest is Chris McShanig. BizVA President and Chief Operating Officer Chris McShanig is a transformational leader who brings extensive experience in delivering successful business solutions through innovative and scalable solutions. Chris, welcome to the Do Zone. Tell us something you believe is the key to getting stuff done that most people wouldn't think of.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you and your audience today. I think one of the things that we as entrepreneurs fail to do is we want to do everything. We want to do everything at the same time. And so I think what I've found to be the most productive is to ensure you're very clear on what's most important. And we leverage a methodology called most important number and decision. And so we're always constantly evaluating what's the most important number that drives our business, and hence what's the most important decision that we can be making or work we can do to retrieving that, so that as entrepreneurs, we can do a lot more dreaming and less eating and really delegate those things that are day-to-day tasks and allow entrepreneurs and business leaders and founders to really do more dreaming on how they can grow their business and be more productive.
Awesome. The most important number. And so talk to me about this. First of all, I'm 100% in agreement with you that there's got to be that guiding light, that North Star. This is the thing that we're focusing on. We're moving the needle on this one number. So give me some examples of what that most important number has been in different businesses you've worked with.
Certainly. So, in most businesses, it's EBITDA, right? We want to obviously be driving profitable growth, but some of other areas. So, for example, you might be more of a sales-driven organization, and so profitable revenue growth is your driver, right? The more profitable revenue growth, then you can drive obviously more profitability. Or you might be in the talent acquisition space, and so your most important number is the conversion of people that apply to your company that get hired. And so it really comes down to the type of business, thinking about what does success look for you, and can you measure that success that's going to move the ball forward. And so what I've seen in a lot of companies that I've worked with is they may say, from a marketing perspective, my most important number is the most leads. Well, as we know as entrepreneurs, not all leads are the same. And so focusing on not just the leads, but the lead conversion rate and the lead value. And so I think getting to that level of granularity that you can say, this is our most important number, because at the end of the day, this is what drives the most growth and hence the most profitability for our business.
Love it. It makes sense. And so one of the things that you focus on is, as far as getting back to focusing on that most important number, is taking some things off of the plate of a busy entrepreneur. And so tell me a little bit about how somebody can use a remote workforce, virtual staffing to accomplish those tasks.
Certainly. So, as you mentioned, BizVA is a company that we started really focused on helping clients and particularly entrepreneurs be more successful and productive. And so whether it be on revenue generating, so sales assistance, you're handling those outbound, inbound calls from a receptionist standpoint, or even the back office functions of bookkeeping, administrative support, AP, AR. Think about any task that you perform today that doesn't require somebody to be on site or face-to-face with a client. And we do have some of our clients that leverage their VAs via Zoom face-to-face, but that's an administrative, repetitive, consistent process that you could delegate to a more aligned resource at a lower cost. Because what we've seen with our entrepreneurs and with our clients, that any VA that they convert from a in-house employee saves them anywhere from $80,000 to $85,000 a year. And that's a huge savings for any small business or any large business. When you start looking at staffing, is probably one of the top 3, if not the top 1 issue that entrepreneurs are facing today. How do I find good people and how do I retain good people?
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. And how do I find people that want to work? How do I avoid a bunch of headaches, especially in the United States? Hiring a new employee can be very complicated and expensive. And maybe that person doesn't work out and we have to start the process over. So what are some of the things that we can do to maybe avoid some of that complexity, avoid some of that stress, and avoid some of that expense?
Well, selfishly, my advice would be reach out to us. We'd love to get to know you and your pain. You can come to our website, bizva.com. Our goal is to take the heavy lifting of staffing away from our entrepreneurs and really allow them to focus on, as I talked about at the beginning, dreaming on the growth and strategy of the business, and have us deal with and take care of the staffing needs. Because really our process is we sit down, we talk to you, we understand your pain points, we come back with a solution, and we have access to virtual assistants really across the globe that we can provide at a fraction of the cost. I mean, we're just as an idea at the moment, we're growing at about 100 VAs a month and 50 clients a month because there's clearly a need, and we're helping clients achieve productivity in the 60 to 70% range just purely by leveraging virtual assistants that are focused on them working their business hours, or some actually get leveraged to work after hours. Think about if you're an executive or an entrepreneur and you work the whole day and you've got these tasks that you could delegate, they're taken care of after hours. You come into the office, your emails are taken care of, your schedule's aligned, clients are being followed up after hours, you have the latest research on a particular market or area you want to go to. Just imagine how much you could drive that business forward with that information to make those educated decisions. And that's where virtual assistants can come alongside. And also, maybe if you're in the social media or even in podcasts like yourself, being able to interact with clients and potential customers 24/7, it's really a game changer in the industry.
I can attest to that. So I have there's a line I think you draw between a virtual assistant and an overseas employee, because they're kind of like doing different things. A virtual assistant, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but a virtual assistant to me is someone who is doing some administrative tasks and kind of increasing your valuable time so that you can do more valuable tasks by taking some of that low end work off of your plate. And then a more of an overseas employee or team member has a specialized skill that they're performing on your behalf. And so could you help me draw the line between the two? Because I think a lot of times people get confused.
Well, actually, for us, there really is no line. We provide both of those services through our VAs, because what we've done is we've intentionally provided our VAs full time. So when you hire a virtual assistant, or you refer to an overseas employee, they're dedicated to you. So whenever your clients call up your number, it's answered by a virtual assistant. It's always Chris, for example, answering the phone. They get to know your internal processes. They get to interact just as any team member that may be in your office, or if they're 6,000 miles away. And so we encourage our clients to ingratiate their virtual assistants or remote workers into their current processes so that it becomes part of the team. Because our goal is for it to be seamless. We built this business in the healthcare space, and we've expanded into other areas purely by having the ability that patients or clients call up, they have a conversation, it's a seamless process. They don't know that they're talking to folks that are remote, because we work with a lot of people in the Philippines and Latin America. And as probably your listeners know, the Philippines is the third largest English speaking country in the world. I'm from Australia, and we don't even make the top 3. So we've got a fantastic opportunity.
Yeah, that's because like 80% of your country is like the outback and nobody can live there, right?
Exactly. And the Philippines is such a dedicated workforce. For any of your listeners that have traveled, I mean, it's such customer service focused. And they love the opportunity of working, particularly, and they work the US business hours, which is fantastic for them. Even though it's the graveyard shift, it avoids the traffic and it allows them to have time with their family. And so it's the best of both worlds.
Awesome. I love that. And so if somebody is, and I can attest to this 100%, because I have at least at any given time, at least 3 overseas employees or assistants or whatever, just working on my stuff. And I'm actually about to bring on a 4th. And then I have a 4th person that's here in the United States right now. So my team is about 5 strong right now. Most of them are overseas. And I would not be able to put out 2 podcasts a week and a discussion panel and run my entire business and all the other things that I do if I had to be the person going and checking emails and inviting people to stuff. And so 98% of the time when you're communicating with me and you don't see my lips moving, it's probably somebody else. And so that's definitely something that has allowed me to 10x my productivity. very quickly. And so let me just ask you, what would you say if somebody's never hired a virtual assistant before? What would be the first set of tasks that they may offload to start really freeing up their time to go and do the things that make a difference in their careers and lives?
I think, like you even touched on it, Josh. It's communication. How do you take continuous communication with your current clients or your prospective clients? And so our big focus is how can we improve the experience of your existing clients working with you and the customer service you provide and the work you do, or the experience of a new client coming into your business. I think that's the best place to use a virtual assistant, whether it be through email communication, voice communication, or social media communication. Think about, to your point, how productive you could be if you're focused on what's most important to driving your business and allowing those tasks that feed into that to be taken by a remote worker at, to your point, 10, 100x your business. Because at the end of the day, as prospective clients, we want to feel like you're building that relationship and you're intentional. And I think that's a great way that our clients have leveraged our virtual assistants and continue to leverage them today to really drive productivity.
Awesome. I love that. And so where could somebody go to learn a little bit more about what you do and how your service works?
So you can go to our website at bizva.com. That's B-I-Z and zebra, va.com. Learn about our business. If you click on the top right, you can book a call and have an opportunity to meet one of our fantastic client service representatives that will talk you through all of the business, help understand your pain points, and then provide you with a virtual assistant that meets your needs. Really, the process is seamless. You have a conversation, we understand your needs, we provide you with anywhere from 3 to 5 VAs that you can see their resume, also see a video of them. And so you get a sense of their communication skills. We intentionally, when we recruit our VAs, we put them through detailed testing and training, IQ, DISC, language testing, so they can, and then we have what's called BizVA University, where we train and educate our VAs.
Awesome. I love that. And so bizva.com. By the way, that's a really kick-ass domain name. 5 characters. That's way to go. Yeah. Good.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, and then you can on LinkedIn, social media, Instagram, Facebook, we're on all the social platforms. But that's the best way to go to get to know us and learn more and get involved in the process.
Excellent. We're going to wrap from here. Thanks to our guest, Chris McShanig, for joining us and sharing some wisdom about how he gets stuff done. For those of you who are looking to hire a VA, whether it's your first one or your 10th one, you can learn more about his service by going to bizva.com. Also on all social media networks. If you listen to us on your morning commute or during your workout or somewhere out in the field, be sure to snap a selfie, tag me at JT Literally, and tell me what you do in the do zone. Also, if you're ready to break the 7-figure barrier with your business, but you know what got you here ain't going to get you there, we can help. Go to iamfactor1.com now and let's see how much impact we can make in less than 6 minutes. Know this, you are Factor 1 for your own success. Now let's get to work.